Hello, everyone. I'm Erin, and I'm here to talk about Grapevine. I'm going to be doing an advanced quantum healing energy medicine session with you involving this flower frequency here, which is associated with stepping up to your soul's destiny of leadership in some way. If you think to yourself, I'm never going to be a leader in anything, don't discount this right away. There are lots of facets to this. We're going to be using the energy medicine of EFT tapping. I will guide you through it. I will also be bringing in supportive frequencies and energy with light language. And if you don't know what tapping or light language is, that's okay. You can just follow along and be open to it and just kind of receive. There's also a couple of videos in my YouTube channel discussing light language and how to do EFT tapping. So tune into this with me real quick. Now, I live in like the raisin capital of the world, literally Selma. And I don't live in Selma, I live adjacent to Selma, but I live in Fresno. You can't drive into like the rural areas around my little city and not be just ensconced in grapevines. So I didn't know I literally grew up with this around me. These blossoms are what turn into the grapes, I'm assuming. Okay, you guys also need to know, like, I'm not a plant genius or expert. My soul guided me into this, and I'm learning along with you. Now, the energy medicine that I practice, I am well versed in. So, but these I'm still learning with. And I believe that even I, at this point, am probably really tuning into this because I'm on a public platform where I need to be able to speak to people and kind of step into my own personal authority. I can't be insecure or apologetic about what I'm doing anymore. I know that this is also for me. It's probably the first one that I didn't actually preview and do a session with myself before I came on here. So I'll be doing it along with you. I've got my box of tissue just in case things are coming up to be released. I might cry, who knows? But I'm still going to be your guide. By the way, if you've never done one of my videos on flower frequencies, each flower is a form of medicine that our Mother Earth has within it. And, I'm really just kind of nerding out on flowers and their spiritual and energetic significance in the whole dynamic of human alchemy. And I could go on for days. I'm just here for the energy medicine part of it. I learned leadership by embracing community. So this is really important for those of us who have been called to a certain form of leadership or just kind of like stepping up into our soul's authority. You may not even resonate with being a leader on a big, wide level, but you certainly are a leader for someone. Even if you have kids or if you have younger people around you or you've been in a career for a while, at some point, you may find yourself in a leadership role that makes you feel uncomfortable. That's been me my whole life. I've always been shoved into leadership roles. Like people just think I know what I'm doing, but I don't. I never know what I'm doing. I was really uncomfortable with this when I was a teacher. You're a lead teacher now. Oh, you're starting the improv group. Oh, no. Like I felt like they chose the wrong person. So I know that there's self-limiting beliefs in here to be cleared, at least for me. Here's the next one. My true self becomes more powerful through service. And that one I can honestly say now resonates with me, but definitely wouldn't have back then. And when I was a teacher, I did not want to give extra time. I didn't want to give extra service. I felt like I was being constantly used and abused. And I had these beliefs that, I was being wrung out like a dish towel. There was nothing left for me. So the idea of service was not expanded at the soul level. It was very much coming from a place of lack, coming from, I have an empty cup. How could you ask this of me? So there's a lot of wounding there in our life experiences, and there's a lot to clear on this. The last one is my will aligns with spiritual will working in me. So this is really like the war between the ego and the spirit, how the ego feels about this, how the divine spirit views this. We're going to be bridging that today. We're going to merging them together so that the ego can feel more supported, more steady, more rooted in the divine neutrality wisdom of the soul. That was my introduction. Okay, so let's get into this now. Okay, so we're going to gaze at it and let it in. Take a big deep breath now. Focus on your heart chakra. I'm going to get the camera so that it's really focused on this now. You know, at some point my video editing skills will get better and I'll just put a picture of this on the screen. Until then, please bear with me. The real important thing is for us to take it in. It's already in our energy field. If you're connected to me, which you are, if you're saying yes to this medicine, then this is already in your field. It's already started working on you. All right, so we've taken it in. We're tuned in. Open the heart chakra and really breathe it in. Say yes to it a few times. Like a yes, and I am grateful. Yes to that medicine. Okay, this is where I guide you through the tapping part, and I'm going to be saying the affirmations out loud, mixed in with some of my intuitive, I'm channeling my guides and other guides who want to help. And I want to let you know, I always invite in the Council of Light. I work with Archangel Michael. I work with the Ascended Masters, everyone who is of the highest light. We're really sinking into our hearts. So for a lot of us, I'm going to just kind of guide you through this. It might be like taking your consciousness and kind of pushing it back. Think of it as coming back and down. We're going to be moving our point of focus from the mental body into the body and kind of down into our heart space. Take a big deep breath, and we're going to begin tapping on the side of the hand. Just kind of imagine that you're breathing in all of your tension and exhaling it out. Another deep breath, breathing in the tension. All the tension that you have felt, letting it go. We're going to say one time, I give my body permission to relax, and you repeat that. We're going to be repeating these affirmations. We're speaking to the body, the subconscious, our wounded aspects, our unconscious. In between the eyebrows now. No matter what comes up in my mind or feelings, okay, you say that, I still accept myself. Side of the eye. No matter how I feel about any of this, I still accept myself. Under the eye. Big deep breath. I give my body permission to fully relax now. And feel safe thinking and talking about this. Under the nose. I learn leadership by embracing community. Getting some resistance there under the lips. My true self becomes more powerful through service. Under the collarbone. My will aligns with spiritual will working in me. That's like saying, I'm going to allow spirit to work through me or move through me, even if I'm in resistance to what it's asking. So in essence, many of us, and I have a feeling that I'm working with a lot of spiritual leaders out there, you may be called to some sort of light working or, some sort of spiritual or divine service work that maybe not all pieces and parts of you are comfortable with. Or maybe you haven't truly, completely 100% said yes to it yet. Maybe you don't quite know what it is. Side of the body. Now we're tapping about a hand's length under the armpit here. And this was true for me for a long time. I was told by someone who was channeling the Pleiadians that I was a way shower way back in like 2019. And it really scared the pants off of me. Then I had a dream about it where someone was saying again, you're a way shower. And then I was guided to take a course. I only made it a quarter of the way through the course. I thought, you know, oh, this is too scary. No, I don't even know how this would be possible. And so there was so much resistance along my path. And maybe I was a way shower just in my community. I started the first quantum healing hypnosis service that this San Joaquin Valley may have ever really seen on the level that I served people. I did probably, well, it was anywhere between 350 and 400 quantum journeys for people in my community. No one was really coming from that far away. And there was nothing like that here yet. A lot of people having a spiritual awakening and were scared to talk about it came and found me. Okay, top of the head. Maybe there's something like that going on for you. I'm only telling you this story to kind of help you understand how I got here, and maybe something about that will resonate with you. Maybe you've got an interest area, or you are already working with people, or you're studying for it, or you're interested in it, and there's something inside of you that may be a little stuck in between the eyebrow spot. We're going to do this one again. I learned leadership by embracing community. And let's widen the scope on that one. What kind of community? Have you been hiding out? Have you been a hermit? Have you been scared to talk about some of this stuff with people? Have you been scared to reach out to community, or to be seen as a leader, or for people to rely on you, or for people to ask you questions? Side of the eye. My true self becomes more powerful through service. My true self. We're not really talking about the ego here. We're talking about your soul. Under the eye. My will aligns with spiritual will working in me. Feel, as you're saying these statements, feel the pieces and parts of you coming forward. If there's fear arising, if your body is starting to ache or do weird things in weird places, are you storing some self-limiting beliefs about this? And is that energy showing up in your body right now? Under the nose. It's safe for me to feel what's coming up. Big cleansing breath. Let's release a little tension around that. Under the lips. It's safe for me to think about what's coming in about this. And now that your body and your nervous system may have calmed down a little bit from the tapping, that calms down the amygdala. When we start sending our body the relaxation response, our brain starts working a little bit better. Our thought field becomes a little clearer. So maybe your subconscious is starting to do a little dump right now and starting to give you some information, some memories. Maybe you're scared because of a childhood memory, or maybe you have insecurities kind of coming out of the woodwork that need to be cleared right now. Let emotions come through. Tapping under the collarbone. I'm going to bring in some light language now that is going to be supporting to what we're working with here. And for the light language, just kind of open your heart, focus on your body as it's coming in. The way this works is I'm sending in encoded light, and your higher self takes it and makes you a wonderful, perfect for you, unique little cocktail of exactly what you need, and delivers it to you at your own pace. So breathe in, and I want you to think about leadership and embracing community and aligning with your spiritual will. Set that in and just feel now. Focus on the heart space. Mundia naino nehu kwarti isera dueje nasara kue eba bahakwe ebere kingiamai. Monomianai ishakasarato goeba haka igium goeba erotic ababaha. Shigataito erotonia no hukoeba, way a behege ego geek away baka igium hoebaha edit you horki igiskedic urk emakai. So some of this has to do, I get little downloads from my guides when I'm speaking light language, and someone is saying, for a lot of us, this has to do with past life trauma. Okay. Although you may be seeing reflections of it in your outer world and in your experience. So we're going deep. We're going deep into the quantum of ourselves. We're clearing this. At some point, it wasn't safe to show up as a leader and embrace community and follow your spiritual will. At some point, it was not safe. So we're going to acknowledge that part of ourselves right now. Parts of me do not feel safe in a leadership role. Side of the body. Parts of me have been hurt when I embrace my community, when I show them who I really am. Top of the head. Parts of me don't feel safe aligning with my spiritual will. Big deep breath. In between the eyebrows. It's safe for me to acknowledge this and release it. Okay, big heart portal is opening. Let's embrace that. Big heart portal, softening, side of the eye. I am embracing all those fearful parts of myself. There is room in my heart for all pieces of me. Under the eye, let the emotions come through, let memories come through. Just let thoughts come through. Maybe it's not coming through with any memories. Maybe there are thoughts or no thoughts, just feelings. Underneath the nose, Fukuyama side of the hand. A guide is asking, are you being called to spiritual service? Ask yourself, am I being called to a higher spiritual service? That doesn't mean you change your vocation. Doesn't mean you go out and do that. It just means you open yourself to being guided by your highest light, through whatever you choose to do. Clearing. Walk all past aspects of yourself home. Like thousands of fireflies, returning your light to you. I am safe now. I am safe in this seat that I'm in this room. Returning all of your pieces and parts of yourself to this now moment. Becoming present. I will ask again, are you being called to a higher spiritual service where you will be guided by your highest light? And does that resonate with you? Are you already in some level of that and are leveling up? Because that is what I am connecting to in our field right now. They say you need to know your audience, and now I'm learning about you. I'm learning that a lot of you out there are doing that. And it is scary on a cosmic level for a bunch of us because of past life bullshit that we can totally clear. And we are clearing it. Take a big deep breath and put your hands on your heart. Feeling safe stepping in. Feeling safe. Aligning. Ego self, spiritual self, aligning. You are safe to follow your heart. Okay, we're sealing all of that in. And grounding into this new understanding that you are being guided. And when you say yes to that, the edges of whatever box you've been in start to dissolve. New pathways open up. Say yes to whatever you're being asked to step into. I don't know what that is for you, and maybe you don't know yet either, but it's important to clear the paths for that, because it could just be that yesterday you had some walls up. Today, those walls can come down and you can say yes. All right, I'm feeling like an end of transmission. Okay, thank you so much for working with me. Let's say thank you to this beautiful divine archetype, Grapevine Blossom. And I will see you next time. Thank you, soul sisters and brothers. If you stuck around to the end, you deserve an award. Leave me a little gold star letting me know that you stuck around to the end, because these videos can be long, but you are worth every second of the time you spend on yourself. All right, bye.